I am Travonna Copeland. Some may know me as Pocahontas, others may know me as Coach T, and this is my truth. My book is about me finally telling my truth about what my mom did to me at such an early age with the physical and verbal abuse. I believe it started about at the age of 5 years old. I was five. I was adopted at the age of 8. So up until the age of 8, that's what it would be about. Decided to write this book. Well, I've been wanting to write the book for so long, but for some reason I felt like God just didn't want me to write it at that time. A few years ago I was thinking about writing it, but I never got to it. And then honestly, it took for me losing my significant other to finally say I think it's time now that I actually tell my story. The book took about, I would say, a couple months to write because I thought about writing it so long. I already basically knew what I wanted to write. Throughout my life, I always used to just jot down things about my mom or things that bothered me in my notes. So it literally took me a couple months to write the book, actually. Writing this book doesn't give me much relief, but it does give me some relief. I don't think I will actually be relieved until the woman who gave birth to me give me a reason as to why did she do what she did to me. Do I forgive my biological mom? No, I do not forgive her until she gives me the answer that I've been looking for all these years. I don't think I can ever forgive her. Neither would I forget. Yes, I remember. I remember all the beatings from from her. I remember the verbal abuse. I remember the things she used to say, the things she used to do to me. I remember a lot. I remember a lot. She did a lot. I remember a lot. A whole lot. I found myself breaking down a lot of times as I would write my book. A lot of times I would stop, pause, take a walk, take a break, and get right back to it. Um, but for the most part, I could say it didn't really bother me as much once I started writing. I love my siblings. My mom gave all of us up, of course. But for the most part, I love everybody. My younger brother and was separated. My other two sisters were separated, and my little sister and me went together. But I love my siblings, my adopted siblings as well. I don't think my past affects my motherhood. I feel like I'm a great mom, and I wouldn't want it no other way. I'm hurt. A lot of times I find myself, just crying by myself, in the shower, when I'm alone. I'm very hurt because of what she did to me, and she has yet to give me an answer. So yes, I'm very hurt. If God wanted to be, then yes, I'm hoping that I would find genuinely love again, but not just love for myself, but also loving me and my children at the same time. Most people met me as Pocahontas. Most people have not met me as Travonna. I feel like usually when people meet you at a certain time in your life, they hold on to that image to you for you. Most people call me Pocahontas because that's what they met me at. Me personally, I don't like to go by Pocahontas because I feel like that is a past of me. Yes, I was a dancer, but I'm no longer a dancer. I decided to stop dancing in 2016 because I wanted a better life for myself and my kids. I decided to stop dancing because I wanted to pursue entrepreneurship and to see how far I can get with my business. I transitioned to entrepreneur when I stopped dancing in 2016. I finally decided to say, hey, I'm going to step out on faith, trust God, and continue to move in the pace that He wanted me to move, not in the pace of others. Me transition to an entrepreneur, I believe since I was like, since forever, since I was little, I've always liked to dance. I've always wanted to dance. One day, actually, I was in a room with my daughter, was watching television. My daughter came to me and said, "Mommy, I want to dance. Can I find her a dance studio?" And I'm looking and looking, and I'm like, the type of dancing that she wanted to do, I could not find. I found myself paying large lumps of money to ballet studios, and she was like, "Mommy, why you can't teach me?" And then I ended up making a phone call to my sister. She told me about a TV show, and it just went on from there. So honestly, my entrepreneurship came from me moving at my pace, and also my daughter coming to me saying she wanted to dance made me step out on faith even more and say, hey, you know what, let me just open up my own dance studio and teach it, since that's something that I'm great at. I've always loved to dance, always. Finally, months after preparations, my book, The Transition of the Little Girl, pre-orders will be available October, and the book will be released November 21st.